Good afternoon, dear students. To the concerned teachers also, welcome to this virtual class. I am Jyoti Prava Nahak, Assistant Teacher of Government High School, Tampakaya. So, my dear children, today we are going to tell a story, and I think you must be interested to listen or learn the stories, right? So, dear children, before knowing the story, before I am going to tell you the story, I want to ask some questions to you. So, and I hope that you must answer the questions honestly. Okay. So, are you ready to answer me? Okay. So, the first question is, do you fight with your siblings? Do you fight with your brothers and sisters? तुम भाई भौणी मान सहित झगड़ा कर कि कली झगड़ा हुए कि काली शंकरा गर्ल्स हाई स्कूल डू यू फाइट with your brothers and sisters? काली शंकरा गर्ल्स हाई स्कूल, Paragar girls high
Yes,
school.
ma'am.
Very good. So we very often fight with our brothers and sisters, right? So when you have fight, who do you go to solve your settle down your problems? कहाँ पाक को जाओ तुम प्रॉब्लम नहीं की झगड़ा नहीं की?
Father and mother.
Yes,
Father and mother.
Absolutely correct. We go to our father, mother, parents or grandparents, right? They acted as dolls, right? So think about the people in our neighborhood or in our on street. Okay, when they fight, who did they go to solve their problems? ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲୋକମାନେ ଝଗଡ଼ା କରନ୍ତି ସେତେବେଳେ ସେମାନେ କାହା ପାଖକୁ ଯାଆନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ସଲ୍ଭ କରିବା ପାଇଁ? Any idea?
Village judge. The village judge.
Oh, you know the topic, the villagers, right? ଆଗରୁ ତୁମେ ଜାଣି ଦେଇଛ villagers ପଢା ହବ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଲୋକମାନେ ଝଗଡ଼ା କଲେ କାହା ପାଖକୁ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ସଲ୍ଭ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଯାଆନ୍ତି? Yes?
A sarpanch.
Any other school? Sarpanch. Okay, in villages they go to the sarpanch or village panchayat. But in towns, town area they go to police, right?
Police. Police.
Yes, they go to police. And in villages they have their panchayat and they go to panchayats and the panchas, right? So the panchas means the judge. Okay. So dear children, very good answer. Today we are going to read the story, The Village Judge, and in this class we will read the first part of the story. Okay. So let's start our story. Before going to the story, let's know something about the author of the story, the writer of the story. So the writer of the story is Munshi Premchand, and Munshi Premchand was a famous writer of Hindi literature. Se Hindi literature gote bahut prasiddha lekhak atanti. He was rightly called the father of Hindi fiction. Okay, and his original name was what? Dhanpad Rai Srivastav. And he was born on 31st July 1880. He wrote several novels, dramas, short stories, many things, and that's why he is called Upanyas Samrat. Munshi Premchand, also known as Upanyas Samrat, and he died on 8th October 1936. Okay, so now dear children, we will read the story, we will know the story, what is the story, and first of all I will read aloud the first part of the story. Meanwhile you have to look at your book at the page number 126 and have your pens and notebooks out so that you can write down whatever you have doubts. Okay, so let's start. Story. Zuman Sheikh and Olgu Chaudhary were great friends. Each trusted the other completely. Juman Sheikh had an old aunt. She had a small piece of property. Juman had persuaded her aunt to transfer the property to his name. So long as it was not done, the aunt had been treated with great kindness and respect. But when the property was transferred, all kindness vanished. Zuman and his wife Kariman became harsh and rude. For some time the aunt bore all this, but when she could bear it no more, she complained to Zuman, "Son, I cannot go on like this anymore. You should give me some money. I shall cook and eat separately. Suman replied rudely, money does not grow on trees here. The aunt grew angry. She threatened to call a panchayat. Suman said, certainly, have a panchayat by all means. I also would like a decision. I had their daily quarrels myself. And for several days after this, the old woman ran from village to village with a stick in her hand to support her. Most of the people did not hear the story of the poor woman with care and attention and did not offer her any comfort. After making her rounds, she came at last to Algu Chaudhary. She threw her stick, waited for a while to regain her breath, and said, son, you also should come to my panchayat for a short while. Then Algu answered, Algu, I can come along if you like, but I shall not open my mouth there. Aunt, why, Sean? Algu answered, Juman is an old friend of mine. I cannot quarrel with him. Aunt said, Sean, will you hesitate to say the honest thing because you fear a quarrel? Algu had no reply to give to his question of the old woman, but her words continued to echo in his heart. Will you hesitate to share the honest thing because you fear a quarrel? Okay, so this is the first part and we will deal with this. So you must have your pens and notebooks out, okay, to write down the unknown words, meaning of unknown words and whatever you have down. Okay? So let's go through the line and let's understand the text. What is this? Juman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhary were great friends. So Juman, you can see the picture that Juman and Algu. Algu and Juman, they were very good friends. They were great friends. They believe each other. Each trusted the other completely. So both each trusted. They have beliefs to each other. Trusted. What is the meaning of trusted? The belief that somebody is good. Vishwas kariba. Okay. So Juman and Algu both trusted to each other. They have faith in each other. And Juman Sheikh had an old aunt. You can see the picture. An old lady or an old aunt. Okay. So Juman Sheikh had the old aunt and she had a small piece of property. Who had a small piece of property? The aunt. Okay. Juman's aunt had a small piece of property. Juman had persuaded her to transfer the property to his name. So, what is the meaning of persuaded? Persuaded means to convince, raji karaiba. So, Juman wanted that property, the property which the aunt had. Juman wanted to purchase, Juman wanted the property in his name. So, he persuaded, so he tried to convince his aunt to transfer that property to his name. And so long as it was not done, the aunt had been treated with great kindness and respect. And still, when so long as the property was not transferred, jo parjanta auntie tanka property Juman nare kari nathile was not transferred, till that day, till that time, Juman treated his aunt with great kindness and respect. Juman ତା ଆଣ୍ଟିଙ୍କୁ ବହୁତ ସମ୍ମାନ ଦେଉଥିଲା, ବହୁତ ଦୟା ଦେଖାଉଥିଲା, ବହୁତ ଭଲ ବ୍ୟବହାର ଦେଖାଉଥିଲା. But what happened? But when the property was transferred, ଯେତେବେଳେ property transferred ହେଇଗଲା, କ'ଣ ହେଲା? All kindness vanished. Okay. So now the aunt thought that okay, no problem. Juman was a very good person. He was really very good. He take care of me and he gives so much respect to me. So it's okay to transfer my property to his name. So aunt transferred the property to Juman's name. Juman nare tanka property taka se karidiyanti. तापरे कौन हुए when the property was transferred, the property taka transfer हो जाए, after that the kindness and the respect, everything got vanished. What is the meaning of vanish? To disappear suddenly. गायब हो जाए. Means आउ जो kindness, respect Juman रो ता aunt को प्रति थिला से आउ रोहिला नहीं. That means here Zuman was a greedy man. Lobhi thila, right? So to receive or to get the property, he showed the kindness and the respect to the old lady. Okay. Now what happened? Zuman and his wife Kariman became harsh and rude. Now the behavior which was respectful, grateful and the kindness that converted to what? That converted to harsh. What is the meaning of harsh? Cruel and unkind. कठोर हो जाबा, कर्कश हो जाबा and rude. Okay, rude meaning impolite. Now the behavior which was kindness and respect, जोटा कि kindness और respect थिला सेटा वर्तमान कोथरे कन्वर्ट हो जाई छी harsh and rude रे. They become very harsh, they become very unkind, cruel and very impolite to the aunt after getting the property. Then what will happen? Let's see. So for some time the aunt bore all this, but when she could bear it no more, she complained to Zuman. But sometime, for some days, the aunt bore all this. Okay, that's okay. She said, okay, mu adjust kar debi. Sente bhabi ki kichhi dino sente biti jaichi. After some time, but when the behavior of Zuman and his wife Kariman become more harsh and more rude, the aunt couldn't bear all that. Say out accept bear. What is the meaning of bore? The past tense of bear is bore, that is accept. Okay, so se jete bela adjust kari parle nahi, accept kari parle nahi, at last see what she did, she complained to Zuman. So Zuman ko complain kale. What she complained? Son, I cannot go on like this anymore. You should give me some money. I shall cook and eat separately. So he complained to Zuman that, son, I cannot go like this anymore. एमिति सबुदिन ए सब झगड़ा मते भल लागु नाही. I cannot adjust with you. I didn't want to stay with you or stay with your family. So what do? You give me some money. Okay, you should give me some money and I will cook. I will eat my separately. मु एका रहिबी तू मते किछि खाली पैसा दे दे and I will eat. I will cook and I will eat my separately. मु मोर एका रही कि एका रांधिबी एका खाइबी आ मु तुम मानक सहित रही परिबी नहीं. Then what was the reply of Zuman? Let's see. Zuman replied rudely. Okay, Zuman replied rudely and he said, money does not grow on trees here. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲୋକ ରାଗି ଯାଆନ୍ତି ପଇସା ଗଛରେ ଫଳେ ନାହିଁ ଏମିତି answer ଦିଅନ୍ତି, right? So Zuman also behaved in such a manner, such a way, okay, that he said that what he said? Money does not grow on trees here. एठी पैसा गछरे फळु नाही जे मु तुमको दे देबी. Okay, and after hearing such a rude reply, what was the reaction of the aunt? Let's see. The aunt grew angry. After hearing all this, after seeing the behavior of Zuman, old aunt grew very angry. So what she did? She threatened to call a panchayat. Now she threatened. What's the meaning of threaten? To terrify by means. Doreba, bhoya dekheba. Okay. Now she tried to also threaten to Zuman that I will call a panchayat. Tu jodi mate paisa dobu nahi, कि मोर जत्न नबु नहीं, then I will call a पंचायत. मु पंचायत डाकिबी एई मैटर को मु पंचायत हेबी कारण दुई जन को भितर वर्तमान गोटे झगड़ा हो जाइछि. Okay, then what was the reply of Zuman? Zuman said, certainly have a panchayat by all means. I also would like a decision. I hate their daily quarrels myself. So now here Zuman answered that yes, you may call a panchayat. I don't have any problem. Okay, you may call, certainly, of course you called a panchayat. I have a panchayat by all means. ठीक अछि तुमे पंचायत जका. I also would like a decision. मते भी गोटे निष्पत्ति दरकार. I also like decision and I hate this daily quarrels. जो daily रो झगड़ा. So I don't like that quarrels. I don't want that quarrels. So you called a panchayat. I am happy with that. Okay. Let's see whether the aunt called a panchayat or what will happen in the story next. Okay, so for several days after this, the old woman ran from village to village with a stick in her hands to support her. So after that argument, after that fight, the old woman, the old aunt, okay, ran from village to village ran from village to village with a stick in her hand. You can see a picture how the helpless old lady, okay, moving or running from village to village. से गाँ गाँ बुलिशंती और समस्त को कौन कहते तांको स्टोरी कहते. Why? To support her. ना पंचायत से जिते पंचायत डाकिबे तांको पंचायत रे के सपोर्ट करबा कथा एसो नो. That is why she ran from village to village and she told everyone that story. So let's see whether the people or the villagers support the old lady or not. Most of the people did not hear the story of the poor woman with care and attention. Okay, so most of the villagers, most of the people, they didn't listen the story of the helpless lady. Okay, and they didn't give any care or any attention to the old lady, didn't offer any care to her, and didn't give any comfort to her. Although the helpless old lady moving around or ran around village to village, she told her story to everyone, but the villagers, the people of the village, they didn't listen the story, they didn't give any attention to the poor lady, and they didn't give any comfort to the old lady. So now what was the situation of the old lady? The वृद्ध महिला हेल्पलेस महिला जनक सिचुएशन कौन हेतिबो जेतेबेले कि केही तांको कथा सुनी नाहंती, केही तांको कोनोसे ध्यान मध्य देई नाहंती. लेट्स सी. After making her rounds, she came at last Algu Chaudhary. So after making her rounds, after saying to everyone, समस्तंकु प्रति गाँ गाँ बुली की प्रति समस्तंकु कहि सारला परे से कौन करछंती. See, at last, शेषरे कहा पाखु आसीछंती Algu Chaudhary. Who was Algu Chaudhary? Yes, Algu Chaudhary was a great, true, best friend of Juman Sheikh. Juman रो सबुठु भला सांग थिला Algu Chaudhary. So she at last came to Juman's best friend Algu Chaudhary, and she threw her stick, waited for a while to regain her breath, and said, and when she reached at Algu, at that moment she was so much frustrated, she was so much worried, she was so much tired that when she reached there, she threw her stick, जो बाड़ी धरिथिले ताकू उपाड़ी देले, and waited for a while to regain her breath. As she was so much tired, to regain her breath, out से लंबा सांस नहीं चंती, निश्वास नहीं चंती, and after that she told or said to Algu, what she said? Son, you also should come to my panchayat for a short while. So she requested Algu to come to that panchayat. Okay, से जो पंचायत डाकिबा पे जाउछंती सेही पंचायत रे Algu को आसीबा पे से कोन करछंती request करछंती that son or your son, oh Algu, you should come to my panchayat. तू किछि समय पाई हो for a short while. Okay, किछि समय पाई पछे हो तते मो पंचायत को आसीबा कथा आसीबु तू कहि कि ताको request करछंती. Then let's see whether Algu accept the request or what he did. Okay. Now Algu replied with the request. Algu replied. Algu कौन कहूची बुढ़ी माटी जेतेबेले बुढ़ी आंटी टी तांको request करछंती Algu को. What was the reply of the Algu? Let's see. Algu said, I can come along if you like, but I shall not open my mouth there. Okay? Yes, of course I will come. Algu said that yes, of course I will come as you requested me, as you are requesting me, so of course I will come. निश्चित रूपे आसीबी as you like. यदि तुम्हें चाहूँगा then definitely I will come. But I shall not open my mouth. କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ସେଠି ମୋ ମୁହଁ ଖୋଲିବି ନାହିଁ. That means ମୁଁ ସେଠି କିଛି କହିବି ନାହିଁ. ମୁଁ କେବଳ ଆସିବି ଆଉ ପଞ୍ଚାୟତ ଦେଖିବି. But I shall not open my mouth there. And question, why son? ଯଦି ତୁ ଆସିବୁ, why didn't you say anything? ତୁ କଣ ପାଇଁ କିଛି କହିବୁ ନାହିଁ? Okay? You know everything. You know the matter, what had happened with me. The aunt said, ତୁ ସବୁ ଜାଣିଛୁ କଣ କରିଛି ଜୁମାନ, କଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ମୋ ସହିତ ହେଇଛି. You know everything. Then after that, why don't you open your mouth there? କଣ ପାଇଁ ତୁ ସେଠି କିଛି କହିବୁ ନାହିଁ କହିକେ? The aunt asked Algu. And What's the answer of Olgu? Reply of Olgu? Zuman is an old friend of mine. I cannot quarrel with him. Okay? So Zuman, Olgu answered that. Olgu replied to the aunt that, you know, auntie, that Zuman is my very old friend. He is very old friend. He is very great friend of mine. You know that he is my best friend. And I don't want to quarrel with him. I don't want to fight with him. ମୁଁ ତା ସହିତ ମୁଁ ଚାହୁଁନାହିଁ ତାର ସହିତ ମୋର ଝଗଡ଼ା ହଉ କିମ୍ବା ଆମର ଯୋଉ friendship ସେଇଟା break ହଉ. Okay, so I will come to the panchayat if you like, but I shall not open my mouth. Okay. Then the aunt again she questioned, or aunt said, what she said, son, will you hesitate to say the honest thing because you fear a quarrel? Then the aunt said that, oh son, oh Olgu, you hesitate to say the honest thing, you hesitate. What is the meaning of hesitate? To be doubtful, ସଂକୁଚିତ ହେବା, କୁଣ୍ଠାବୋଧ କରିବା. Okay, so ତତେ ସତ କଥା କହିବା ପାଇଁ ତୁ ଏତେ କୁଣ୍ଠାବୋଧ କରୁଛୁ? To say the honest thing because you fear a quarrel. As you fear a quarrel, ଗୋଟେ ଝଗଡ଼ା ହେଇଯିବ, ତୁମ ବନ୍ଧୁତ୍ୱ, ତୁମ ଦୋସ୍ତି ଭାଙ୍ଗିଯିବ, ତା ପାଇଁ ତୁ ଗୋଟେ ସତ କଥା କହିବା ପାଇଁ କୁଣ୍ଠାବୋଧ କରୁଛୁ? Okay, auntie Jumon's aunt said to the Olgu. Okay, Olgu को कहिଛନ୍ତି. Then Olgu had no reply to give to his questions of the old woman, and now Olgu didn't have any answer. Okay, Olgu didn't have any answer to reply to the old lady. The old lady को कौनसी answer देबा ପାଇଁ Olgu पाखरे कौनसी उत्तर नथिला. Okay, he couldn't answer. But her words continue to echo in his heart. But the words, what are the words? Sean, will you hesitate to say the honest thing because you fear a quarrel? Yes. तू सत कथा कहबा पे एथि पय डरुछु जे तोर झगड़ा हे जिवो कहि कि तो ए जो गोटे लाइन थिला. Okay, that equate. Yes. Will you hesitate to say the honest thing because you fear a quarrel? तोर झगड़ा हे जिवो कहि कि तो सत कथा कहबा पे चाहू न हो, ता पे तो डरुछु. এই जो लास्ट सेंटेंस, এই जो गोटे वर्ड थिला, that sentence echoed in the heart of the Olgu. Olgu रा heart रे, Olgu रा mind रे बारंबार से question आसिला जे आंटी कौन चाहूछंती, whether what I will do, okay, whether I support Zuman or whether I support aunt. Okay, कहा को मु support करबी, कौन करबी. The question of the old lady remained echoed Olgu's heart. Olgu's heart रे बारंबार से same question आसिला. So dear children, this is the first part of the story, the village judge, and we will see what will happen in the story next, in our next class. Whether the aunt called a panchayat. If yes, Olgu came to that panchayat, Olgu se panchayat ko asila ki. And if he came, whom did he support? कहा को से सपोर्ट कला, whether the aunt or the Zuman or to Zuman, कहा को सपोर्ट कला, कौन हेला स्टोरी रो नेक्स्ट. We will see in the next part of the story, next class, in our next class. And now let's see the summary of the story. What is the summary? One second, Olgu Chaudhary were good friends. Zuman had an old aunt who had a small piece of property. Zuman wanted to have her small property in his name. For that, he took good care of her until the deed was done. When the deed was done, Zuman and his wife Kariman became cruel and rude to the old woman. One day, the old woman decided not to live with Zuman's family any longer. She asked Zuman for some money so that she could live on her own, but Zuman refused cruelly. The old woman became very upset and decided to take the matter to the panchayat. And for that, the old woman sought Olgu's help. Olgu did not want to ruin his friendship, but her words for justice kept ringing in his mind. Okay, so what is there? What happened to the lady? What happened to Olgu? And what happened to Zuman and Kariman? We will know in the second part of the story. Now, dear children, we are moving towards our MCQ part. Okay, let's see some multiple choice questions, and I hope you understood the part well, nicely, and you will answer correctly as before. Okay, as always. Let's see the MCQs. Multiple choice questions. What is the instruction? Each of the following question has 4 choices. Choose the correct one. So the first question is, who had an old aunt? Who had an old aunt? Options are Premchand, Olgu Chaudhary, Kariman, Juman Sheikh. Who had an old aunt? Paragar Girls High School?
Juman Sheikh. Juman Sheikh.
Juman Sheikh had an
Juman
old
Sheikh.
aunt. Yes, yes, the answer is correct. Very good. Juman Sheikh had an old aunt. Very right. Come to question number 2. Who are the characters described in the first part of the story? Who are the characters? Algu and Juman, Juman, Algu and Kariman,
Option
Juman,
A.
Algu, aunt and Kariman. Read the option carefully. Read the
Option C.
What is the option? What are the words?
Option C.
Okay, option
Option
C.
C.
What are the words? Read the option.
Juman, Algu, Aunt and Kariman.
Yes, the characters are Zuman, Olgu, Aunt and Kariman. Very good. Okay, question number 3. Sean, I cannot go on like this anymore. Who is addressed as Sean? Who is addressed as Sean in this statement? Who is addressed as Sean? Olgu, Zuman. Yes, very good. Zuman is addressed
Option A.
as... One is option A. Option B. Okay. So, who is addressed to Sean? Zuman is addressed as Sean here. Okay. Question number 4. Zuman's aunt was treated harshly when she refused to transfer her property to Zuman's name. B option is when she grew infirm and feeble. C, when she asked Juman to give her some money to live on her own. And option D, after she had transferred her property to Juman's name. Kahijura Kanya.
Option C.
Option C. Okay, what is the option?
Option A. Option A.
Option A or C?
Option A, when she
Yes, read the line. Read the sentence. Read the option. Read the
Option A.
option. What is... Yes, I know. I heard that option A, but read the option. Read that. Dahijra Kanyasam.
when she refused to transfer her property to Juman name.
When she refused to transfer her property to Juman's name. Is the option correct? Answer ठीक अच्छी. Of it. Juman's aunt was
No.
treated hard. Then what is the answer? What is the
Option C.
correct option? Option C. Are you sure option C is the correct answer? When the aunt treated harshly and rudely.
Yes.
आंटी को केतेबेले जुमन और करिमान और भल व्यवहार देखैले नाही. When aunt was treated harshly and rudely.
Option D.
Option D. What is the option? Read the
Option
line.
D. Option D. Option D.
Okay, read the line. Read
After
the
she
option.
had transferred her property.
After she transferred her property to Juman's name.
Yes.
After she had transferred her property to Juman's name.
Yes. Option D is the correct answer. After she had transferred her property to Juman's name. जेतेबेले जुमन को ट्रांसफर हेगला जुमन ना रे जेतेबेले प्रॉपर्टी तक पळै गला तापर जुमन एंड करिमन दे बिकम हर्श एंड रूड राइट से माने भलो व्यवहार देखैले नाही प्रॉपर्टी तक पाई सरला करे. So the answer is after she had transferred her property to Juman's name. Okay. Question number 5. Son, you also should come to my panchayat for a short while. Who is addressed as Sean here? Who is addressed as Sean here? Options are Algu Chaudhary.
Algu Chaudhary.
Algu
Option
Chaudhary.
A.
Yes, right. Algu Chaudhary is the correct answer. Here, son means Algu Chaudhary. Very right, very good. Question number 6. Hearing Juman's rude reply that money didn't grow on trees here, the aunt dash remained silent, grew angry, couldn't decided what to do, and claimed for property. What auntie did? Paragraph answer score.
Option B.
Grew angry.
Grew angry.
Yes,
Grew
very
angry.
good. Yes, right. Grew angry. After listening the answer of Juman or the rude reply of Juman, the aunt grew angry. Question number 7. After making her round, the old aunt came at last to death. At last to whom? Juman, Algu, Kariman or Panchayat? Which is the correct option?
Option B. Algu.
Option B.
Option B. Algu.
Very good. Yes, very good. Option B. Algu is the correct answer. Okay. Question number 8. So long as the property was not transferred to his name means Juman's name, Juman treated his aunt with dash. Options are great kindness and respect, great love and respect, great kindness and love, and none of these. This is the correct answer. LIC colony.
Option A.
Loudly. Option A.
Option A.
Option A, yes, very good. Great kindness and respect. Okay, yes, very good. Question number 9. Okay, the woman ran from dash with a stick in her hand to support her. Town to town, village to village, village to
Option
town.
B. Village to village.
Village to
Village to village.
Very good. Yes, very good. The woman ran from village to village with a stick in her hand, right? Question number 10. Money doesn't grow on trees here. They said. Options are Juman, Algu
Option A.
Chaudhary.
Juman. Option A. Juman.
Yes, option A, Juman. Question number 11. After the transfer of property, Juman and his wife turned dash to the aunt. Options are polite and humble, harsh and rude, grateful and polite, grateful and loving. Which is the correct option?
Harsh and rude. Option B. Option B.
Option B. What is the option? Read the word.
Option B.
Option B, okay, but what are the words? Read that. कौन लिखा है इसी word sentence option से? Option B रे word कौन अच्छी ताकू पढ़ो? Yes. What is in option B? Harsh and rude, right? Harsh and rude. Question number 12. The old woman moved from village to village dash to get shelter, to get food, to get clothing, to get support. Which is the correct answer? Yes?
To get support.
To get support.
To get
Very
support.
good. Yes, correct answer. To get support. Let's see the next question. Question number 13. The word of dash echoed in Algu's heart. Options are Juman, Kariman, Panchayat, Juman's aunt. Which is the correct option? Yes, Baragarh Girls High School. India Girls High School.
Option D. Juman's and aunt.
Juman's
Option
aunt.
D.
Very good. Yes, very good. Option D is Juman's aunt. Very nice. Question number 14. I hate their daily quarrels myself. Here the word I refer to dash. Options are Juman, Kariman, Algu, old aunt. I refer to whom?
Option A. Juman.
I
Option
refer
A.
to
Juman.
Yes, very good. Correct. Option A, Juman is the correct answer. Very good. Last question. Question number 15. Which words of the old and echoed in Algu's heart? Okay. And the options are, you should come to my panchayat for a while.
Option C. Will you hesitate to say the honest thing because you fear a quarrel?
Say the honest thing because you fear a.
Okay, first thing, yes, the option is correct. You gave the right answer. But this is not honest. First thing, this is not honest. This is honest. Okay, honest. And this is fear. This, the pronunciation is fear. So the correct option, yes, option C is the correct one. Will you hesitate to share the honest thing because you fear of one? Okay. So good, dear children. It's sundar answer dala. Thank you for this. And now I have some homework for you. Look at the pictures very carefully. Yeah. Look at the pictures carefully. Remember the picture, what is there. And what is the homework for you? The homework is write a short story based on this picture. So there are 5 pictures. 5 picture achi. Remember the things what are there in the picture. Kaun picture hai achi taku mane rakha. And what you have to do? You have to write a story in about 60 to 70 words or minimum in 100 words. 100 शब्द भितरे तमे ए 5टा पिक्चर को नै कि गोटे story देखियो. Okay, so this is your homework and this is all for today. Thank you. Have a good day.